Like the video, like the video, like the video. It's your girl, DaMitaJo. I've been MIA, I know, but um, I did watch episode 3, 4, and 5. The last upload I did on Ready to Love was episode 2. But I've been watching, I just haven't had a chance to do a video. But I think I'm gonna do it like this from now on. When I can't actually set up and do a video, I'm gonna, get some pictures and we're gonna talk about it because I did have some things to say, but I'm not gonna take y'all back to episode 3, 4, and 5. We watched it, we know what happened. We're gonna talk about episode 6 because at the end of episode 6, it looks like next episode is going to be spicy, and y'all know I like spicy. Well, not spicy food, but I like spicy shows. So, I want to first talk about, I guess, the reason why I have this picture up. I have this picture up because even though I really like Blake's shoes, even though I think he's a prick, I really like his shoes. So I just wanted to highlight that. Drop in the comments below and let me know, do y'all like his shoes too? Compared to Anthony's shoes, like, what do you think? I see how Anthony has it hooked up or whatever, but I don't know. I kind of just I like those kind of soft shoes that Blake has on. But anyway, this episode was called "Do You Like Me?" and it was thrown around a couple of times throughout the episode. Production is so shady for highlighting it how they did, but whatever they get on camera, they can use it how they want to use it. So we're here for it. But Mercedes and Anthony got to talking on the group date, and she seemed like she was a little bit intimidated by where he was in life, saying that he probably needs somebody who's gonna be ready to hit the ground running. But she did openly tell him that she liked him, right? She offered that information up to him when he asked her how she was feeling. He wanted to hear whatever she had to say, which Anthony, I'm feeling Anthony a little bit. You know what I'm saying? A little bit. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, like that's a real thing though, because I remember feeling like a couple of times throughout my dating history that I perceived this person to be on a certain level, and then that made me compare my life. Excuse that, y'all. I got my little work reminders. I'll be back when I get back. Okay. So, I perceived that person to be on a higher level than I was, and he may not even be looking at comparing our lifestyles like that, right? And so, but I do know the guys that I know, they will not get into a romantic situation unless their finances straight. And I don't know whether that's kind of what she meant or whether she has goals that she hadn't reached or whatever, but she was very open with him, which, that's kind of what creates a connection between two people. How vulnerable are you willing to be? And in turn, the other person can be vulnerable as well. So I like that. That was a connection that came out of the blue for me because I felt like she really liked Mark Anthony. So that was good. Then when I saw Sue-Ann and Lyndon go off the talk, it was really interesting to me because uh she was jumping all on everybody's back this episode. You know what I mean? She looked so happy, got her head thrown back, and she's excited. But girl, we know you are not feeling him, and it was no connection when they were talking. So I was just like, okay, But then when she talked to Blake, she jumped on his back too at the end of their conversation. But she did go over to get him to kiss her. She went over to sit on his lap, got him to kiss her. But I'm sorry, and then she goes in her cutaway scene and says, "I got a whole boyfriend now." Lady, cut it out. Like, I don't know. Out of all the seasons that I've watched of Ready to Love, when two people have chemistry, it's jumping off the screen. You know what I mean? It's jumping off the screen. So I don't feel like this is any, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Time will tell on that. And we'll just have to see because I don't know. He just seems like he's just so uncomfortable. I don't know. Maybe he's just not used to the cameras being on him like this and things like that. But I don't know. But it was interesting. The part where I feel like the shade come in, like I said before, with production, is that they showed us Mercedes telling Anthony how she liked him, right? She was very forward and open about that. And then it was like almost right after she sat down with Lyndon, he asked her outright, "Do you like me?" And it was just kind of like, like that hesitation. Like nobody wants to have to say I don't like you, because let's just be real. When somebody says I like you as a friend, you don't really hear I like you as a friend. You hear I don't want to have sex with you. I mean, that's just the bottom line of it. You know what I mean? So I guess it's the way to sugarcoat it by saying I just like you as a friend or whatever. But at least she was real. She was real. It's a hard conversation to have. But when you be real with people up front, especially when they ask you stuff right out, then they can have a choice to take it or leave it. I mean, there's nothing you can do if a person just wants you to be their friend, but don't string people along just because you don't want to hurt their feelings. So I feel like props to her, kudos to her. I'm proud of her for being real about that, you know. And then after Landon gets over his feelings, he'll respect it. Um, so I just want to say something about the makeup thing, because a lot of people talk about how the makeup is on the show. And I know that sometimes people do their own makeup, sometimes production does the makeup, sometimes the lighting is off, sometimes they're outside, different locations, different lighting. I get it. But like looking at the whole Ready to Love show from season 1 up until now, that's been an ongoing thing, for people who wear makeup that includes heavy foundation, right? Because it depends on the lighting. Foundation will have you set up for success, or it can have you looking like a whole fool. And I don't know. You guys chime in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts on that. I'm not talking about a specific person. I just noticed that over all of the seasons as a whole, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right, 7, 8, whatever season we on, all the seasons, there's always some issue with somebody having a green face, or somebody having a yellow face, or whatever. It's just, or a red face. Even the men have fallen victim to the makeup thing. So I don't know how that could be fixed, or if it could be fixed, but that's just something I noticed. Y'all get in the comments below. Let me know what you think. I don't know. I just noticed it. I know that. And so then we go to the group date with Mark Anthony, Tony, Jonique, and Jeffrey. I'm sorry, Jeffrey seems like she just want to come and be a princess. And it was funny when Demario said he haven't seen her with her makeup, because we all know that makeup covers stuff, and it looks like she is wearing a lot. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm not getting on the ladies about the makeup or whatever. I'm just telling you how it comes off as a viewer. But anyway, I digress because that's not the point. The point is they were all at a group date, and Mark Anthony and Jeffrey already have a connection. And so Tony basically said he has all his ducks in a row and he looking for a wife. This was Tony's face after Jonique spoke, because Jonique was telling it. She was being open. She was telling exactly how she felt. I like Jonique, right? But that was Tony's face after she was talking. He is feeling her. Okay, she said all the right things to pull Tony in, and she said all the right things to push Mark Anthony away, because even when she was talking, he was trying to ask questions, but you could tell he wasn't really picking up what she was putting down. He's a nice looking man though. He really is. But I don't see him and Jonique together. They basically definitely repelled each other or whatever. So he just said at the end of this that he's going to just focus on the connect. He already has a connection with Jeffrey, so he's just going to keep on nurturing that, which, I mean, it's nothing else you can do if the girl's not feeling you. So, but Tony definitely likes Jonique. She was definitely saying all the things that he needed to hear. So okay, so then we had they had like a group dinner, right? I didn't get any pictures of the group dinner, but they had a group dinner, and whenever it's a group dinner, there's always a table scene. You know what I mean? And we didn't even get to finish like there's always a table scene. Um oh shoot. Sorry guys. Whenever we have like a group dinner, there's always a table scene, right? So there was no table scene for me this time, so I was shocked about that. But then Tommy comes in and he announces that Andre is COVID free and he wants to come back to the show. So immediately the guys start reacting like, yes, yes, definitely, whatever. They were all for it. And then Tommy faked like he was going to call him at the house. Then Andre walks right in. Andre was happy to be back. Okay. You can tell he was just happy to be back. The guys dapped him up, but Jeffrey was shaking in her boots because she has Mark Anthony and she's made a connection with Blue, and she had a connection with Andre before he left. And so now she's worried, right? Because that's another person to have to juggle in this game. Andre came back and he was a little bit upset with Mercedes because she didn't reach out to him after he left. But like, here's the thing, right? Just playing devil's advocate, like we're in this process. We're only supposed to talk inside the process, and you left the process. So I don't know you yet, right? I just met you before you left. So I feel like he should give her a pass on not checking on him because, who knows what she had going on in her life or what she was, how she was interpreting how they were supposed to communicate after a person leaves. Now it is a little human thing in you that would be like, you know what, let me just check on this person. I hope you're doing all right. Hope you're doing well. But I feel like he should give her a pass on that. What y'all think? Do y'all think that he overreacted? You think he's in his feelings? Because they did have a conversation about it, and she was just like, out of sight, out of mind. Like, I don't know you. What? So I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know. But so, okay, so he returns and he's COVID free. There he goes sitting with the group. Look at him all side. He touched Cynthia on the shoulder when he walked back over there. He touched Blake on the shoulder. That's why Blake's still looking over there. But I'm not even going to address that because he's oh gosh. Anyway, we'll stop there with him. So they are halfway through the process, right? They halfway through the process, and Tommy has them saying Tommy tells them, look, we're gonna have a group like men's lounge and women's lounge, so to speak. I want y'all to get all y'all, things that you have to say to other cast members out. And it was just kind of like tense. And we still didn't get to see the rest of it. We won't get to see the end of it next episode. But it was like really like everybody was just about to hear what they needed to hear about themselves. So a lot of people, a lot of the women were saying things about Anthony needing to connect more, and they were saying a couple of people said Mark Anthony. And then obviously Blake's name came up. I can't remember the women who came up so far, but I know Dre was mad because Mercedes didn't check on him. So, I mean, it is what it is. Jeffrey and Sue-Ann got into it because Blake said something to Jeffrey about the whole situation. Now, he finally said that it was a lie. And so, it's a lot that I'm missing on this situation. I don't know if they cut it out or if the conversation was just like that. But my problem with him was that he did not, if she lied when it was first going on, when Sue-Ann got involved, he should have just nipped the lie in the bud right then. He shouldn't have let it fester, because now here you are saying it's a lie, but you let it go on all this time without like actually addressing it. And so I don't know if he did say that or if he didn't say that, because he does come off as sneaky to me. I don't know. Is it just me? Because if it's just me, I'm willing to reevaluate like how I'm looking. But like, if somebody lies on you and you are there, you're right there, you find the moment you figure out that somebody lies on you and you guys are in each other's presence, why don't you just say, listen, don't, that's a lie. That's a flat out lie. Because when you let it go, it doesn't end good. So I don't know, cause and then and then so Jeffrey and Sue Ann go back and forth, and that was dumb. That was dumb. It was so dumb. It was so dumb. I don't even have another word for it. But then Janique was like, she was like talking about how she's not feeling Blake. Blake, whatever. And she said talking to Blake is not pleasant. Now I mean, those are simple words, but it's funny because yeah, that's the exact feeling I get. It don't look like it's a fun time around him. It don't look like it's pleasant. It don't at all. But he should have shut that lie down immediately. The fact that he waited just lets me know what kind of man he is. So, I don't know. I don't know no men that would just let it ride. If they let it ride, they're not going to address it. Period. But you knew it was going to come back around. Now y'all all in the room together. And y'all gotta hit. Everybody gotta hit everything. So I don't know. But Sue Ann got his back. More power to her. Because it don't seem like nobody else really wants him like she wants him. So my favorite people so far are I like Janique. Definitely like Janique. I like Mercedes. I definitely like Mercedes. I like Mark Anthony. Definitely like Mark Anthony. And who else? I don't know. Tony, to me, I like Tony, but Tony just seems like he just is one of those up north dudes that just be running game. But he says he's ready for a wife. I don't know. I wasn't there, but we will see how everything plays out. So those are my people that I like this week because how everything goes. It could change next week. So we're gonna see what happens with that. But y'all get in the comments below. Let me know what you think about this episode. Let me know who you like and who do you see going home next week. This week now is the episodes will come on Friday, but who do you see going home? I feel like it's gonna be between. Dang, I don't even know who's gonna go home. I mean, Mark Anthony might be on the chopping block because his name came up a lot. Anthony's name came up a lot. So I feel like one of those are gonna go. I want Blake to go, but I don't know if Blake's gonna go this round. But one man gotta go and one woman gotta go. So I think that the one man that's gonna go is gonna be out of Anthony, Mark Anthony, and Blake. And then so for the women, one woman gotta go. I feel like Sue Ann is probably in that category of women that probably might go. And then I mean, I don't know who else. What other woman is in jeopardy of going home? That's the question. You know what I mean? So anyway, I'm gonna see y'all in the next video when we come back to talk about the next episode 7. In the meantime, make sure y'all like the video, share the video out. I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so definitely make sure you are subscribed because if this isn't your first time watching me, what are we doing? Also, I want you to come back Thursday night because me and my sister have Thursday Night Live. And we do talk about Ready to Love. We talk about Love and Marriage DC. We also talk about, different things that help us, be a better person in our lives and deal with stress and trending topics. And you never know where the conversation is going to go. But check out Thursday Night Live, those two sisters, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah. So I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.